welcome to ABC Go Learn YouTube channel. Before I start this video, please click the subscribe button and also click the notification bell so that you will get notified when more videos like this will be uploaded. I want to start by solving the last question, the classwork I gave you. Question number 1. What will be the total weight of 10 poles, each of the same weight, if 1/4 of the weight of each pole is 5 kg, that's I1, the weight of 2 poles is 20 kg more than the total weight of 2 poles, that's I2. A. I alone is sufficient, why I2 alone is not sufficient to answer the question. B. I2 alone is sufficient, why I1 alone is not sufficient. C. Either I or I2 is sufficient. D. Neither I nor I2 is sufficient. E. Both I and I2 are sufficient. In this very question, what you would need to note is what? 10 poles. So let's start here. This is 10 poles. So now let's try to solve the first one. The first one is what? 1/4 of the weight of each pole is what? 5 kg. So I read it here. 1/4 of the weight of what? Of each poles. 1/4 of the weight is what? 5 kg. So now solving it, you will see that the weight of a pole would give you what? Would give you 20 kg, right? You see? So now let's look at the second one. That's I2. Roman figure 2. The total weight of 3 poles. Hear me very well. 3 poles. So that's it. 3p. I use p to represent poles. So the total weight of 3 poles is what? Is 20 kg more than the total weight of 2 poles. You know, I told you the other time that you should look for word problem. What problem? That's the main thing you will be asked in your math. So 2p plus what? Plus 20 kilograms. That's it. So adding it together, you will see that what? If you want to solve this now, this 3p minus 2p, quickly you would get 20 kg. So p is what? 20 kg. Don't mind the p I used here. If you understand this very well, you will see that this p and w is still the same thing, because this is the weight of the pole, while this p also is talking about the weight here. So for you to get the same thing, that means that what? I1 and I2, it's what? It's talking about the same thing. So now let's look at the option to get the best one. You know, there wouldn't be time for this very thing. So you must be fast with this very thing you are just doing. So A is what? I alone is sufficient, why I2 alone is not sufficient. Forget about that one. It is wrong. So the second one is what? I alone is sufficient, why I alone is not sufficient. It's wrong. So the C is what? Either I or I is sufficient. So you will see that what? C is correct. C is correct. Looking at it, you see that you can use this very first one and you can use the what? Second one. So it's correct. Neither I nor, it's wrong. It's wrong. And if you look at this E, it looks that if you look at it very well, you see that I gives us the answer, and also these two also gives us the answer. It's telling us that it could be right and it could not be right. So note that both of I are sufficient. If you look at it, you see that I and also 2, they are sufficient. But the best answer you should pick here is what? Is C, because of what? Either I or what? Or I is sufficient, because it tells us that you can use I, and at the same time you can use 2 to get our answer. Right now, I want you to pause this video and solve this question. Tell me the answer in the comment section below, just like I did in my previous video. Tell me the answer in the comment section so that I will know if you really got this very method I just explained to you. Question number 2. 2/3 of the class passed English language as a subject. The number of students who failed English language would be. So if you've already seen that 2/3 of a class passed a subject. If you now want to get the total number of those that failed the subject, you have to subtract it from 1, because 1 is the whole number. 1 serves as the 100% in that very particular instance. So you've already seen now that if you subtract it, you would get what? 1/3. So that's the answer. So answer is what? Answer is A, which is what? 1/3. If you check this answer, you see that it's 1/3. Please be very fast. Just like I said before, there wouldn't be time actually, but it's very simple. But what? You must increase your speed. You must be smart as well. Question number 3. The dash originated the division of time as the base of what? Of 20. I tell you, this question, the answer is what? Babylonians. It is the Babylonians that what? That originated the division of time as the base of 60. Okay. Question number 4. If 15 cans of food are needed for 7 adults of 2 days, the number of cans needed to feed 4 adults for 7 days is A. 25, B. 15, C. 20, D. 30. How would you know the answer now? We are given what? We are given 15 cans of food are given to 7 adults. Just itemize that for 2 days. Again, 4 adults for what? For 7 days. So now 15 cans of food is what? This is the 15 cans of food equals to what? 7 times these 2 days. 7 adults for 2 days. So multiply it together, you will get what? So that means 15 adults could use what? It's equivalent to what? 7 times 2. So now x is what? X is also equivalent to what? I used x to represent the number of what? The number of cans. We were not given the number of cans that these 4 adults and what? 7 adults used. So I used this what? This very x to represent the number of cans. So now it's equivalent to what? To these 4 adults and 7. Just multiply it together, you would get what? If you multiply it together and cross multiply, you must do cross multiplication to get the answer. So after that, you would multiply this together. So after multiplication and all that, if you use your calculator, you would get what? 30 as your final answer. And if you check the answer here, it is what? The answer is D. Please solve as much question as you can for this very exam. I pray you would have success in your examination. Question number 5. Today is Monday. After 63 days, it will be A. Wednesday, B. Monday, C. Tuesday, D. Saturday. I expect you to solve this question even before I would solve it, because I've already taught you in my previous video, but just go along so that you will get more. So the 63 days just divided by 7, you will get 9 weeks and what? 0 days. So after you've gotten 9 weeks and what? And 0 days, you've already known that after that 9 weeks and there's no day that is added, then the answer would also still be what? Monday. Question number 16. In Nigeria, democracy is marked on what? I know everybody should know this. It is what? June 12. But I tell you, did you know that even this June 12 was not really for democracy before? Was known to be what? Abiola Day, but was changed June 6, 2018. Before, we had the Democracy Day to be May 29. So these are some of the questions you could be asked. Just note. Question number 17. In a coding system, numbers 0 to 9 are coded A to J respectively. What will be the code for the number 4238? In this very question, it's very simple. You just write out what? Just write out 0, write out 1, write out 2, write out 3, write out 4, write out 5, write out 6, write out 7, 2, you reach 9. Just write 8, and let me write my 9 somewhere here. So now, after you've seen this now, you just do what? It is what? It is coded from what? A to J. So our 0 will be A, our 1 will be B, our 2 will be C, our 3 will be D, our 4 will be what? Our 4 will be E, our 5 will be F, our 6 will be G, our 7 will be H, our 9 will be what? I. So now, here now you've seen that we are told to do what? What will be the code for the number 4238? So 4 is what? E. Write out E. E what? E2. E what? EC. EC. 3. D. EC. D. D what? 8 is what? This is I. And this is J. I'm sorry. So our number now is what? Is what? ECDI. ECDI. So the answer is C. I think we can get this now. ECDI. The very thing you are trying to test here is your ability to understand things and to do what? To solve questions. Question number 18. In a leap year, a baker baked 500,000 loaves of bread. How many loaves did the baker bake in February if his working days are Mondays to Sundays? A. 1592. B. 39,808. C. 38,208. D. 46,168. If you want to solve this, the first thing you should look at is what? We were given what? Mondays to Sundays. That means in a week, he works for what? 6 days. Out of 7, he works for 6 days. So now let's get the number of days that we can get in February. We've already known that from this question that it's a leap year. So definitely February will be what? 29. So let's divide that 29 by 7 to know the number of what? Know the number of weeks and even the days that he used for the work in February. So after dividing this now, you would get that the answer would be what? 4 weeks and what? 1 day. And we were told that in a week he works for what? 6 days. So that means if you want to get the number of days he worked in these very 4 weeks, you would do what? You would just multiply it, and our answer would be what? Our answer would be 24. 24 plus this 1 day that is left. So 24 plus the 1 day that is left is what? Would give us 25. So he worked, out of these 29 days in February, he worked only 25 days. So the next thing we would look at is what? How many years can we find? How many days can we find? How many times did he work? How many days did he work in a year? So after I checked this, I could see here that what? He worked 52 weeks plus 2 days. 52 weeks plus 2 days. So this 52 weeks plus 2 days, because a leap year has what? 366 days. So divide this by 7, you would get the number of days he worked and the number of weeks he worked and the days. So after doing this now, the next thing you would do is what? After you've gotten 52, you know that in a week he worked for what? 6 days instead of 7. So that means you would multiply these very 6 days with 52 to get your what? The number of days he worked in these very weeks. So after you've gotten that, just add these very 2 days. Add these very 2 days. So after adding it, I got what? 314. 314. So the next thing now is to what? So compare this 314 with 25 for us to get the number of what? The number of the number of what loaves he baked in what? In February. Now comparing, you will see that the 314 days we got that very time is equal to what? For 500,000 loaves that the baker could do that year. So for February he used 25 days. So now if we should cross multiplication would give us what? 25 times 500,000 divided by what? 314. So after solving it, you would get 39,808.9. So approximately it, you would get what? B as the final answer. So the answer is what? 39,809. Question number 19. The first color of a rainbow is called A. Green, B. Violet, C. Indigo, D. Red. For you to understand questions like this, I would just like you to do what? To look at this row. ROYGIV. R stands for red, O stands for orange, Y stands for yellow, G stands for green, B stands for blue, I stands for indigo, and V stands for violet. So if you want to get the first color, of course the first color is what? Red. Just try to note what we mean by ROYGBIV. It will be easier. If it's the second color you are looking for, it's orange. If it is third color, it is yellow. If it is the fourth color, it is green. Like that. You understand? It's arranged just like that. And check this chart for more explanation. Question number 20. The scientific way of referring to the activity of the air is A. Audiovisual, B. Audio, C. Visual, D. Chemoreceptor. How would you know the answer? If you are talking about audiovisual, audio is the combination of two things. Audio, what you can hear. Visual, what you can see. B. Audio, what you can hear. Visual, what you can see. And while you are talking about chemoreceptor, it is a sense organ such as a taste bug responding to what? Chemical stimuli. So looking at this very question, you see that our answer is what? Our answer is B. Audio. But I would like you to know the rest. That's why I have taken my time to divine the rest so that you get the best. For the structure of Unilorin post-UTME, click the video you can see on the screen right now. And at the same time, in this video, you'll be able to learn and even access number 1 to 10 Unilorin post-UTME question that I've solved. Please don't forget to subscribe so that you'll get more of our videos. Hope you've commented. On this positive note, I end this video.